All right, and we're back. And we have 3 salty sea dogs. Oh, well, 3 salty sailors, one of which is the sea dog.
One of which
and
isn't a sailor.
One of which is not a sailor, true, yeah. Sea people? I don't know. No, the sea people are a thing as well. Okay, we have a ship called the Rare Occasion, which is a great name, and I love it. We need to establish who our captain is. What does this ship do? It seems to be a merchant ship.
That's pretty apparent from my appearance. But I could be a passenger on my way somewhere else, or
yeah. I wondered if it was a bit of a shepherd book type situation where, like, originally you were a passenger on your way to somewhere, to a merchant ship, and then you just kind of got stuck and are still here, even though that's not really what we do, or something like that. Like, it could be a bit of that kind of deal.
Yeah, the Rare Occasion to me, like, gives a couple of options as far as, like, what the ship might do. It's like, because merchant ship is one of them.
Obviously not a whaler, or like, maybe,
exactly.
not a sealer.
Like, yeah, merchant ship, or maybe passenger ship is one. Merchant navy, if you wanted to get a little bit piratey about it. Like, it's going to be something where there's a certain amount of pride in it. Like, and fanciness.
Yeah, true.
Haley, do you imagine that your son is with us or at home?
Yeah, I guess if he's with us, it's probably not a military ship.
Yeah, I'm not feeling piratey stuff from the characters that we've got necessarily.
Yep.
I think it's fun if he's with us because.
Yeah, definitely. Because then there's a
I think so. Yeah, exactly.
Who, I'm gonna have a hard time not just imagining this Tamlin from campaign, but
yep. I mean, that's fine. So if we go with merchant ship, Charles makes a lot more sense. Or we go with passenger ship.
I wonder if there's necessarily anything hugely different between merchant and passenger ship in that, like, basically we take cargo and people places. And I think, like, the fact that I don't think the feel that we've gotten so far is that Charles is, like, calling the shots.
No.
Like, it's not your ship, is it, Charles? No. So the fact that Charles isn't calling the shots makes me think, well, it can't really be just a merchant ship, because if it was just a merchant ship, I think Charles would be calling.
Right.
Not necessarily
so my
the
feeling
owner,
is that we then have an eccentric captain who makes, like, decisions on where we'll go, and that is, like, we'll do trade to this place.
Oh, maybe it's a deal where like, Charles came on board ages ago to do, like, one really long sort of voyage, and the captain promised, oh yes, I could absolutely take you there, and just hasn't got around to it. Like, we've just not gone there.
Like,
we keep doing other things in between.
Like, you got a special deal, a cheaper rate for we can't guarantee how long, and you're like,
exactly,
and, like, you know, the word of Christ has, like, no expiry date. Like,
I kind of like the idea that the ship's captain is Catholic, and that we're bonding each other on a religious, spiritual journey level. So I would be happy to fit into the crew that way. That I've sort of, integrated myself in with the captain, in that we share a spiritual viewpoint.
And it makes sense with your cargo that you don't have to be in a specific place in a specific time. Yeah. It's not like, blah, one sweet. It's like, I got these Bibles.
Yeah.
Everybody needs religion.
I'm not shipping, perishable goods from one place to another. I can, Yeah,
exactly.
The religion will never perish.
If the captain is Catholic, what do they think about the fact that the bosun is... an outcast with a single mother?
I feel like if the captain is Catholic, this is only going to make sense to Ash, unfortunately, but I can perfectly imagine the person that I'm thinking of, which is, what's the name of the Catholic father in Wollonga, who always has bare feet?
Father Tom.
Father Tom. I'm imagining like that kind of Catholic who is like very sort of kind of slightly heretically open-minded, like believes, but also, you know, understands that people are different and, you know, has hope in others, like
Whereas
believes...
I was thinking of them as being like more nominally Catholic and also like maybe a drunk.
They've got to be a little flexible,
yeah,
one way or the
flexible.
other.
Yeah, I think that's probably true.
So yeah, whether they are okay. Oh gosh, bless you. Whether they're okay with sinners on the ship because they just don't really care that much, or whether they are believe in the fundamental goodness of people.
Yeah,
I think that everyone's a sinner, right? Like we're all sinners.
Right.
So they believe in the fundamental badness of people.
I was gonna say, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, okay, that could be fun.
All right.
Is our captain? What is our captain's gender?
I mean, I always like lady captains. I always think that that's an underdone thing.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So
Let's do it.
I'm pro lady captain. And plus, lady captains are just always hot. Just always.
They are, right? Like that's the problem.
It just always sexy, no matter what.
It's the fact, it's the rank, right? Like the rank makes it.
They're so capable.
Yeah.
And they wear fancy jackets. And they stand at the helm and stare off into the ocean. And, yeah.
A bit of Janeway.
Janeway?
From Star Trek.
Oh, right. Okay, I'm not far enough in to know that character.
It's a different series. She's the captain of from a different series.
The Voyager.
Okay.
Voyager.
From Voyager.
From Voyager. Yep. I haven't got to Voyager yet.
Luke is making requests / demands.
Are they?
The captain be Irish, which makes sense to me.
The captain be Irish. Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
sure. Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Except then I have to do
I
an
look
Irish
like
accent.
Uriel.
Neat.
In that case, I think if the captain is Irish Catholic and Charles is also Catholic, I'm probably Catholic.
Quote unquote.
Ah, yeah.
Nominally.
Okay.
Now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not,
Yeah.
but it's fine because I'm old.
Yeah.
And that's weird
I'm
because
old
I'm
and
better
weird.
friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm better friends with you than I am with her.
Maybe because I like the idea that we have this thing where you always feel like you're almost about to convert me, like almost, like you've got it. You just have to
Just gotta find that one thing.
Yeah,
And then
spiritually.
you're doing a thing where you're like, yes,
look,
yes.
I know that look. That's the look I get when I'm praying, but it's that's not what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, yes, the Virgin Mary, yes.
Yeah.
Mermaids. No.
Limits. Yeah.
Nice.
like
Yes, I can do that. Sorry, I'm just gonna plug in my computer. I'll be back.
Okay. All right.
And I'm probably probably because I don't know. I imagine I've only been on the ship for a couple of years, and prior to that, I was Protestant, and so I'm probably always confusing the two.
Yes, I like that. You're just like, it's all it's all roughly the same idea.
Yeah.
It's wibbly wobbly.
Oh gosh, that was loud. I'm just gonna
intense beard.
I'm just gonna mute Derek for a second. Just while that's making strange noises. So I'm trying to think of what the name for this captain should be.
No, he's fine now.
Derek, I muted you. Sorry, because it was
You
making
can
noises.
unmute him.
What was I doing?
Yeah, it just made
You
a
were
strange noise,
making
and we were like,
whooshing beard noises into your mic.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. It was very appropriate. It sounded like the ocean storm or something.
Nice.
So, yeah, do we want to give her a name? Do we want to,
An Irish name.
Yeah. I mean, what names are there in the Captain one?
I like
Sorry?
the idea of Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Or
yeah, let's have a look at the captain sheet. Because then we've got the character sheet.
I got it. Captain Sheep.
There's Rosalind.
Rosalind?
Rosalind is not Irish enough, though.
That's true.
Avery, Rosalind, and Lenora. None of which are very Irish.
No, but Avery
On the other hand,
is such a good name.
But Avery, though.
Avery, though. I'm doing it. Yeah.
But you know what that means, though, right?
What?
no.
Oh,
Well,
yes,
like-
I do know what that means. Oh,
You know
okay.
what that
Yep.
means,
mhm.
though.
Yep. Shh.
Okay.
Let's not. We can all
Alright.
headcanon that, and if it comes up, it comes
Okay.
up. But let's not make that
Alright.
canon right away.
Okay.
That's a thing. Yep.
All right. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm on board.
Yeah, me too.
It's okay. It's just yeah. Cook, Ward, Smith. No. those aren't-
Eileen. Alana.
We've got to.
Yeah, I was
we've
gonna
got
say,
to do
like-
a. We've got to do an Irish last name.
Yeah, it's gonna be an O something.
Just put an O before one of those other ones. O Ward. O Smith.
No, they don't work.
O'Malley. I like
Yeah.
O'Malley.
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 Marie
Yeah.
O'Malley is good.
Yeah. Cool. It's a thing.
Nice. I'm already like I want to make fan out of this captain. Already.
Yeah.
So good.
Red hair. Big, broad, strong face.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big fan of the red hair.
Yeah. Apparently, O'Malley is a pirate queen in Irish Irish legend.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh,
Awesome. There we go.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Avery
Nice.
O'Malley. And
now we're
Luke
pirates.
knows what we're talking about. Cool. Awesome. We have a ship. The rare occasion is, I think it's like it's an independent merchant ship, isn't it? Like independent merchant / transport.
Yeah. Sounds like. It sounds like it's a bit sort of whatever errands the captain thinks sound important enough.
It's the fucking it's the
time.
Serenity. It's Serenity.
Yeah.
Right.
Right,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we did the buffalo job. We did the buffalo job where we filled our hull up with buffalo and then we transported it into India for some reason.
Yeah.
So we
I
use
see
use
that.
my business savvy to go around and just push the best deal on whoever's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
Oh,
the
I
other
see.
reason. Oh, sorry. Go on, Haley.
Sorry, I like the idea. Like you sort of said, Ash. It's like terribly like inconvenient, or it doesn't always make sense. Like we go and pick up a bunch of jackfruit plants. We have to keep them alive, and so the whole ship is just full of jackfruit everywhere. Like we're
Yes.
sleeping on jackfruit, and like all we're eating is jackfruit.
Yes, exactly. I love it. That gives so much great scope for like just weird scenery all the time.
Yeah.
Which is like
Depending on what we're
slightly out
doing.
of tone, but I think we can like incorporate it in
know.
nice ways.
I think it could be fun. You're very good at mixing funny and spooky
true.
or funny and sad.
Yeah,
So,
I'm just aware of the fact that
think
like
that'll
I can mix funny and spooky and funny and horror, but to get the real despair, like I'll have to keep it
That's true.
keep it a little bit
I
controlled.
don't know. I feel like that can also work. Like
Yeah,
sometimes absurdism can lean really nicely into nihilism.
true. Yeah, that's a good point.
Also, like
Um,
if your ship is full of jackfruit plants, that can cause some serious problems.
Yeah, totally.
Like that's hard. That's a hard life to lead.
Exactly. We're all sad because we're sick of jackfruit.
We have good vitamin
We
C
don't.
levels.
We don't have to go.
Yeah, no scurvy here. No scurvy here. Also, I was going to say, if your business savvy is useful, Charles, I think that's another reason why the captain is like
puts up with
trying
me.
to hang on to you. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you help her to like work out the best deals and whether a job is worth doing.
Oh,
Yep.
I like that. So there's like a self-awareness to the fact that we never reach Charles' destination.
Oh yeah, yeah. I reckon.
Right. Because I'm being used, and we often have to depart port hastily because I've called the matriarch of the town a horrible sinner who's going to go to hell, and we have to leg it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I like it.
Cool. So, getting back. Oh gosh, I can probably close that. Cool. So, we're in the British Isles, and we have been for some time. I wonder if there's been a licensing issue or something, right? Where like we're not allowed to travel beyond a certain area, like due to some bureaucratic reason. So like we've been trading like back and forth amongst like small sea villages and like off the coast of like Normandy and stuff. Is I think like where we've been recently, and been trying to like do our best. And I think Captain O'Malley is pretty like she's getting cabin fever from not like going further, which has been a thing. But I think we do need to have a way to bring it back in to make it a bit more personal and a bit more local, because the stories that the stories that we're setting up tend to be a bit more local. They're not high seas adventures. So my question then is, let's talk about a town. Let's talk about where we are when we join our intrepid crew of the rare occasion.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going, and I suspect I know what your vote will be on this, Ash. Are we going real places and then sort of guest stories from there? Or are we going real-esque, as in, like there is a small town called Cobblestone Cove, which isn't a real place, but it's, the kind of place that would exist in this area, which sort of, what kind of thing are we feeling? How real world is this?
I like number 2.
I don't like the first one as much from a GM perspective. Because I always, when you're doing that, I always struggle to find the line of like, how much do I need to know about the real place versus how much can I just invent whole cloth.
Cool.
So that's my preference.
Yep. I'm happy with that too. How do you feel, Hayley?
Yeah, I usually that way.
Cool.
Sounds good.
All right.
Cool.
Neat.
I like blank by the sea.
Yeah.
Like
Blank
something by the sea.
Good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do we want to?
It's like it's not apparent that there's the ocean. We have to call our town such and such by the sea.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, because there's 2 of them. There's 2 towns named for that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a name of a real place, but in Canada that I went to called Victoria by the Sea, which was a very cute and like quiet like seaside town. I don't know if that's helpful.
Nova Scotia or the other side?
Yeah, in Prince Edward Island. Yeah.
Right. I did business in Halifax and
neat.
a little place called Lunenburg. So I've been there a couple of times, and that's just an amazing part of the world. So
it is. Yeah, it is really nice.
I like the idea that our town has a woman's name. So like
that was what I was thinking.
By the sea, or Eleanor by the sea.
I mean, like, I'm thinking of do we pick a royalty name? Like,
well, yeah, that was why I was thinking.
Or...
So I was thinking Victoria.
Yeah. Yeah, like, because Adelaide is also, also named after a.
That's true. Although I think that I will just end up thinking too much about Port Adelaide.
your port.
Yeah.
Catherine by the Sea.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. That's good.
Yep.
You have.
I'm happy with Catherine.
I was like, Derek has a pained look.
No, I'm okay with it.
Cool. We're spelling with a C.
Oh, yeah.
It's no. Chat. Who's Catherine? Why am I thinking Catherine has a connection to English Catholicism?
I half know this, but not enough.
There's Catherine the Great. No, way off.
She's isn't Catherine the Great Russian?
Yes, she's Russian. The only Catherine I know of, the only royal Catherine I know.
Oh.
Anyway, Catherine by the Sea. Cool. All right, so if we're talking about our town, then we come up with our name, and we want to work out because I'm like, this is stuff that's GM work, but I don't do work as the GM. I don't do it. Sorry.
I don't do work.
That's for my players to do. So.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, part of it is because I want you to help build the story you want to tell. So I want to talk about what kind of conflict are we what's the problem in Catherine? What's because I think there's themes of money versus religion is a thing I'm seeing, or lifestyle, propriety versus religion is a thing that I'm seeing in our current stories that we could tie in.
That opens up all sorts of ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be our conflict, money versus religion.
Yeah, but it's going to be more specific.
Or industry versus religion.
Well, what about the fact that I'm trying to build a church in Catherine?
You're trying to build a church in Catherine?
Yeah, or fund one. Or maybe a little bit more nefarious than that, like trying to build a school and and use that as a way to bring religion to this place.
I'm wondering whether it's and this is sort of a mechanical question. Will it make things too tied to land if it's an endeavor that Charles is doing? Is Charles leading, or will that work fine? Would it be better if it was
do we want to be able to move from mechanically for the story? Yeah. Do we need to be able to move from town to town?
But it could be something wherein a school, someone is trying to build a school, and you sort of latched onto that and are trying to either make it more Catholic, or maybe that's already the idea, and you're trying to get it going or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I like the idea that somebody else has this idea and has started it and is funding it, and I can kind of come in with
we have all these resources to help out.
Resources and every child gets a free Bible. Yeah.
Yep. That's pretty good. I like that. And so then maybe there are people within the town who are really against that idea. Maybe the person who's starting up the school is hasn't been in the town long enough to be well respected or something.
For establishing the town, I want to work out what the conflict is within the town without the player characters.
I'm sort of seeing something emerging from what we've talked about, though. On the one hand, what jumps out straight away from me from building a school which is free for children to attend, which but you have to be Catholic, is sort of the conflict is on one hand you've got sustenance and education and On the other hand, you've got like traditional values.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think religion, because you've got two religions, so it doesn't really, like, it's sort of the question for the town, maybe just an idea that, like, do we compromise on who we are or the things that we've held dear so far in order to find a better future? Or do we stick to our guns, but if we do that, we're not doing so well?
So you mean like the townsfolk are, maybe a lot of them are quite superstitious and sort of folklorish and maybe a bit heathen.
I was wondering if they're
that kind of thing?
superstitious, folklorish, nominally Catholic, and that there is an issue in that they're trying to build a school, but the state wants control over it.
Now I really like that, because Haley in the book touches on a lot of the distrust of the government, and police forces coming in and forcing them to do certain things and not trade in certain things, and maybe the school is the first beachhead of this kind of government invasion.
Yeah, okay, so it's less about religion and more about the government mandated version of the religion.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Slash
exactly, because
education.
the government is Church of England.
Yeah, right.
But all they want to do is secular education, quote unquote, right? Like, they just want to do education. No, I know what it is. It's Salvation Army. Salvation Army wants to come in and run in the...
Right. Oh, cringe.
I've got a tambourine, I've decided.
Sorry, I'm leaning, looking for a book that I have thought of that Ash might need at some point. That's why I'm pointing my back to everybody. Sorry about that. A tambourine is a great idea.
So, yeah, Catherine by the Sea.
So, what's the popular sentiment in the town then? I'm wondering.
I think the town wants the school to be theirs, right? They want it to be communal, community run. I think probably like someone strongly associated with the church, with like the local Catholic church wants to, is going to be the school teacher.
So is this a Catholic community?
It feels like it. We called it Catherine by the Sea, right?
Right.
I'm thinking of Catherine of Braganza is the one that I was thinking of, because she married King Charles II. So I'm thinking that's like what the town is named after.
Here we go. This is the wrong part of the world, but thinking about Prince Edward Island made me think of this book that I got, which I think, Ash, you would probably like for this particular thing. It is called Ghost Stories and Legends of Prince Edward Island, and it's all like sea horror, like sea folklore. So there you go, some reading.
So I'm interested if we're in a situation where we've got a Catholic town and then there's being a school being built, and the state wants to take control of it, or the Salvation Army, sorry, that's what you said, yes. So then...
I think the government is basically giving the Salvation Army the right to run the school.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So
Oh, no. Finish what you're saying, but then there was a thing.
I was just wondering sort of like, what have the Salvation Army done? Like, are they in the town in a big way, like, at the moment? Or are they sort of like trying to control...
I think there's a school teacher moved in, and like...
Yeah.
And like the local authorities are in support of the school teacher.
Mm-hmm. Also, side note, I really like what Luke has mentioned in chat here, which I think is probably also in keeping with what we're talking about. They said religion and education versus survival. The kids are needed to work the town, and a day off work a week is too much. the kids are offered a ticket to a better life, education, opportunity, but their parents will lose the labor, and the exodus of educated kids from this miserable place will kill the town, which I think is also a really like cool idea. Like this idea that if the town ran the school, then they could kind of be, you know, it'd be a lot more flexible. Kids could work on the on the fishing boats when their parents needed them, but like the system requires, you know, specific days and lots of time at the school.
Yeah.
But yeah, they might be able to get good jobs elsewhere if they do that. I think that's really cool too.
Yeah. Cool.
I really love the idea that Luke suggested, that the parents in the town might be feeling threatened by the idea that their kids are going to be educated like at all. And I wonder if they're a little bit self-destructive in trying to push for the independence of the school.
I never got no learnings and I turned out all right.
Like,
exactly.
If we have this local run school, then our kids aren't going to seriously show up. Are they even going to show up? And they're not seriously going to get educated.
Well, like they're going to get educated in the things we want them to, like, that we want them to learn. Right?
Yeah.
Not
like,
things that will result in them, you know, sort of going off and finding better work outside the town. Like there's a protective instinct.
Well, I mean, what we're talking about is we want to teach them to read and write because they need to read the Bible. And that gives them skills to do all sorts of jobs. So, we're teaching the Bible, but in that they're going to get other life skills that may cause them to leave.
And you know what? This fits in ridiculously well with what's happening in this period, which is that people are leaving the country where there is no money and no jobs, and they're all heading to the city. So it's not any wonder that the parents are feeling threatened, because this is happening like all over the country right now. People who have any chance in the city are leaving and they're going there.
Right, there you go. Yeah, so that's great. So the parents are like, can see this happening elsewhere.
The same thing's happening now in China. We're seeing the same effect.
Wow.
And people are really get really emotional and worried about it for a good reason.
That's great. I think that's a really
We have a good
that's
idea
a cool
for,
and really complex kind of conflict.
Yeah.
Love it.
How big is the town? Big, little, big, medium, small. Grande?
I feel like it's small or medium. I don't feel like it's.
I don't think it's large.
No.
But I think
it's
it has to be
medium size if there's a school there, though, probably.
Yeah, it has to be medium to support a school. Yeah, that was my thought.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I like the sort of the Doc Martin kind of size. So
right.
Doc Martin.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in a steep cove, and there's roads that sort of weave our way down to the dock at the bottom, where there's a couple of sailing vessels and maybe our ship.
Yep. Oh, I'm picturing a place. I'll see if I can, while we're going, I'll see if I can find an image of it. Because what was it called?
Is it coastal? Is we just
Yeah, it sounds like.
Is fishing? So what are their major economic industries?
I like fishing, obviously, and I like coal. Haley, coal.
Ooh, that could be
you know the classic kids in the coal mine kind of.
Yep. Cool. Do we like those two as our mains? Cool. We could have a third, or we can keep it.
I feel like 3 is a nice number.
Basket weaving.
Yeah, actually, that could be good. Basket weaving.
I just threw it out there.
I mean, textiles is listed as one.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'm surprised you go for basket weaving, Emily, because that's dangerously close to wicker.
No, that's different. Baskets are fine. It's just wicker that's the problem.
Haley, there's a tension around this time as well that a lot of the machines are starting to take away people's jobs. That all the textile industry is being done by bigger and better machines that are in the city and can be done faster and cheaper and all that sort of stuff. So that's an interesting.
So is the basket weaving industry collapsing?
Yeah. Like there's no demand
while
for
the coal industry is sort of like thriving, but it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds good.
There are no good options.
Except fishing, but
Fishing's always good.
Fishing's always good.
Yeah.
Good old fishing. Always
Nice.
there. Awesome. Cool. All right.
I just realised, Ash, I left my dice at work. My brand new dice.
Your new ones, your sparkly ones.
Yeah, the sparkling ones.
I haven't found something to put all of the dice that I bought at PAX into yet. I need to find
That's
something.
right. You went nuts.
I thought, how many is in a normal set? Like, it's 5 plus 2, so 70 dice. I bought 70 dice. That's what I did.
Yeah, right.
We've actually come up to time for another break. So let's do that.
Seems good.
Because we've got
God,
a ship and a town. We've got a ship full of jackfruit.
I don't even know what a jackfruit is. I'm gonna look that up.
Let's take a break. Derek can look up what a jackfruit is, and we'll be back in a minute.
Oh yes, the spiky things. Okay, I'm good.